In today's video, we're going to be having a look at Bitcoin right now, currently attempting to break below this resistance right here. We're also going to be having a look at KDA and VRA. Timestamps will be below, guys. So if you want to skip to Verasity, Kadena, or Bitcoin, make sure you click on this timestamp below. Let's have a look at Bitcoin, starting off with Bitcoin, because we know Bitcoin's king, guys. There's no question about that. Bitcoin, the whole altcoin market has been bleeding right now, as you guys can see on the right side of my screen. Why? Because Bitcoin is currently down 1%. So let's have a look at BTC real quick and see what's up. Starting off here on the 4-hour time frame, you guys can see that we actually have been consolidating, nothing too crazy, ever since we had that massive pump right here. Okay, so a plain consolidation. We know that every time we have a pump, we usually consolidate. So this is exactly what is happening right here. We also had a crazy fake out right here a few hours ago. We went all the way to as low as 22,400, and as you guys can see right here, it was actually rejected by these areas right here. So we had a 1 fake out right here, 2 fake out, 3 fake out, 4 fake out, and 5 fake out. So this area right here is a very important support region, because if we do close below this nice little box right here, we're most likely going to come back down and retest at least a 200 moving average. Having a look on the daily time frame real quick, we could see that Bitcoin right now just made a golden cross, and it's official. Yes, in the past couple of days we did have a golden cross. Yes, it was bullish, but right now it's for sure 100%. It's clear, loud and clear, that we can see the 50 moving average crossing over the 200 moving average. That is usually bullish. The question is how bullish is this really going to be? Are we going to explode, or are we going to go down? Now, if we have a look on the weekly, it's a different story, right? We could see right here that the 50 moving average is actually crossing below the 200 moving average. Now, we actually have never seen that ever in cryptocurrency in history, right? In Bitcoin, at least, we have never seen the 50 moving average come below the 200 moving average. If I look at some history right here, you could see that this takes us all the way back to right here, 2015, when the 200 moving average started playing out. And we can see that it has never, ever crossed. So a lot of people say this time is different, or this time is the same. History repeats itself. We're above the linear chart, the rainbow, or whatnot. But you know, on other cases, we have never seen the 50 moving average cross over to 200. Now, a lot of people are calling that this is the bottom already. Is it really? Maybe not. We're going to have to see what happens in the next coming weeks, or even coming months. By June, I would say we're going to get a better, clear, or more clear answer when we're right here around. So we're going to have to see what happens. But in my opinion, I think we might get one more bounce to the downside. But of course, guys, nothing is 100%. I will keep buying and accumulating crypto, VRA, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and KDA. So this is what I'm doing right now. If we have a look at KDA right now, nothing is happening. I mean, KDA has been just consolidating. It's been a little bit boring. So we had that nice little explosion, and now we're just consolidating. Of course, we are above and keep touching the 200 moving average right here on the daily. But if I take this and I drag it down, you can see that this is a resistance. So this is a pretty strong resistance, guys. I'm not going to lie. And we're kind of in an ascending or descending triangle, I would say. I mean, you could see that we are getting lower and lower and lower, and tighter and tighter and tighter. So it's getting more and more boring. Now, what can the target be for this? Well, if I take the top of the descending triangle and I break out of it and I take it to the bottom, then our target could be 96 cents. If I take it to the top side, wherever we break out, our target can be $1.50. So we're gonna have to see, and we're gonna have to play the breakout, because of course, if we do break and close above it, then yes, I'm looking for a retest right here. And if we close not only below the 200 moving average, but we close below it, then we're most likely gonna come back down. Now, someone said yesterday, when is KDA gonna pump? KDA is a sleeping giant, guys. It's not making a lot of noise now because it's obviously still under development. But if you guys don't know what KDA is, I would highly suggest looking and doing your own research on it. Go on KDA, go on the website, and learn more about it, because it is a sleeping giant right now. We saw what happened in the last bull run, guys. I mean, this thing went from absolutely 40 cents all the way to almost $28, $29, and that was insane gains. I mean, look at that. 8,542%. That is literally 85x. That is insane. Now, we know KDA is proof of work, and we know proof of work is here to stay, because guess what, guys? USA is banning or planning to ban proof of stake. They don't like, well, not proof of stake itself, but they are banning staking in the United States. Now, we know a big part of staking comes from the US, so it's going to be very big. Now, mining is still here. You can mine in the US, you can mine worldwide, you can mine wherever you want. This is why proof of work is the best form of cryptocurrency, in my opinion. But That doesn't mean I won't buy Ethereum and proof of stake coins, but I'm just saying that KD is a sleeping giant and it's here to stay. Let's have a look at VRA real quick before we end the video. Couple minutes. We could see that VRA right now is not so exploding, but we did have a nice little explosion. So we had this explosion right here, followed by a consolidation, another explosion, followed by a consolidation, and then a smaller explosion, followed by a consolidation. So we could see that these pumps are getting smaller and smaller and smaller on VRA. Good news is we are above the 50 moving average, so this is going to be a nice little support on the shorter time frame, and we are well above the 200 moving average on the 4-hour time frame. Now, if we have a look on the daily, we can see that it looks like VRA does want to come back and essentially correct a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if we come back down and retest this area right here. So my next buy for VRA is probably going to be at around 71, 0.71. Of course, we're going to have to see after a 50%, 60% pump. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a nice little retest right here, consolidate, or maybe come back down and retest this area. Even if Bitcoin goes to $10,000, I don't think that VRA is going to come back below this area right here. So yes, VRA might crash a little bit. We could crash, I don't know, let's say 80%. And that's crazy. I mean, 80%, look at that. Even if we crash 80%, it's not 95% what we saw, you know, at the beginning of the bull market, or from the all-time highs all the way to the all-time lows, right? So even if Bitcoin does go to 10K, I wouldn't be surprised if we essentially come back down, have a 60% dump or whatnot, because guess what, guys? Bitcoin's only at $22,000. It is $10,000 away. So a 50% drop could happen on Bitcoin. So we're gonna have to see what happens overall. I'm not saying Bitcoin is going to $50,000 or $10,000 100%. I'm not saying that VRA will crash 80%, but assuming that Bitcoin does go to $10,000, I don't think VRA is going to go below this region right here. So this is my video, guys, on VRA, KDA, and Bitcoin. Timestamps will be below. Once again, if you guys like this video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a like, and I will see you guys in my next video tomorrow. Peace.